Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things long-term dividend investing related. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And also, if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. Guys, today I want to talk a little bit about your investment mindset and if we're maintaining focus and if you have a watch list, are you paying attention to it? Looking at the stock market today, it started off a little bit green, but in these turbulent times, we're back in the negatives. Dow, S&P, and the Russell all under a point. At the time of this recording. But I want to say a little bit about it's time to double down on your investment mentality. Stuff like this can be pressuring, especially if you're a new beginner or you haven't been through something like this before. But seasoned investors, we know this is normal. And you can't have all good days. You're going to have some bad days. I want to talk a little bit about, some of the things that can settle you down, help you maintain, and pace yourself through this turbulent time, no matter how long it'll be. You're saying it could be 2. Some people are saying it could be 3 years, but you should be prepared for whatever happens, and your portfolio should be set up to where something like this or times like this, a bear market, it's not that hectic because you have a plan, you understand why things are the way they are, and it's not going to be like this forever. So what you want to do as an investor, or most of what we are doing, most investors are doing, we're building our positions, in our securities, and we're waiting for the turnaround. And when it turns around, we'll be better off than we are now. Now, first thing I'm going to talk about, as far as pacing yourself, consistently focus on your investment goal. Why did you start an investment account? What was your end goal? You knew it wasn't going to be rosy all the time. So, whatever got you interested in investing should keep you there. You should stay focused on your plan, on your goal. Are you investing in quality companies? And that's a big thing, investing in quality companies. And when I'm talking about quality companies, I'm talking about companies that got good balance sheets, great cash flow right now, a good moat. It could be a name, it could be a way they do something, it could be some type of innovative technology they have that keep them afloat, something that differentiates them from the pack. Let me see. If you're looking for some examples, we can go Apple, Google, Microsoft. Those are examples of great companies with good management teams and the like. Are you rebalancing your portfolio? And that's a big thing about investing. A lot of people, and it's okay, depending on what your strategy is. But a lot of people will jump into stocks and not rebalance it. Like once a year, I'll rebalance my portfolio. Whatever sectors are up, or whatever sectors are down, it's always different buying opportunities. So I might have, from my dividends reinvesting themselves, I might have a little bit more stock over here, and I might want to take some of that down to buy more stocks and to buy an opportunity over here and something else in my portfolio. I'm consistently, and like you guys too, this is not stock market advice, but I mean, everybody knows this that's into investing. You should continually look for value and other investments, just basically investment opportunities. Like me, this morning, I bought a couple of shares of Tesla and I bought me a new position in Nike. And for me, that was a good thing. Prices were where I wanted them to be. I jumped in. Nike's a new investment opportunity, a new addition to the portfolio. I'm very happy about that. Are you dollar cost averaging? And that's a big thing. Dollar cost averaging. If you want to make it long term, with dividends, consistently put money in the market. You don't want to take money out the market, but you want to consistently put money in the market. You know, as an investor, you're always going to be looking for investment opportunities. You're always going to rebalance your portfolio. You're always going to be looking for deals in the market. You know, time, research, effort, things like these, will make it worth your while once you know that you made the right pick and choice in your portfolio of the stocks you've picked, because you've done your due diligence, you've done your research. You know why you bought the stock, because you're looking for long term. A lot of people get caught up. They'll buy a stock today, and in 6 months they'll forget about why they even bought it, and then lose sight of the plan. You guys don't want to do that as an investor. Those are mistakes I made when I was earlier in my investment career. I would fall in love with the name of a company. I didn't know nothing about the numbers, this or that. I'd buy the stock, and sometimes the stock would be taking off and doing good. I grabbed the little winnings, not winnings, but I grabbed the little gains I made and think I did something, and then jump out of it. That's not what you want to do. Times like now, you'll see a lot of crazy and irrational movements in the market. People will sell stocks for some unknown reason out of fear. you know. But as far as like dealing with the market, man, this is normal. Just roll yourself, just roll along with it. But you prepare yourself. Like me, what I normally do is, if I'm not buying any stocks, because it's been a while since I started buying stocks again. If I start buying stocks, what I do is I watch the market, might turn it on the TV, have noise in the background when I'm doing my office paperwork. But you know, I'm constantly looking for opportunities. If something catches my ear, I'll go investigate it. Or any of the articles, the different investment news forums I have, I'll take the time and look at it. Or I have things in my watch list, and I'll look and see, okay, well, this is close by, or might get an alert. The way I have my portfolio set up, I'll get an alert when something's at or near the strike point of what I want to do, and introduce it into my portfolio if the move seems right or the cash flow is right. But guys, you're investing for a reason, and only you know that in the reason why you're investing. But like, it's three things I'm going to say real fast to you before I end this video. Avoid mistakes. One mistake you got to avoid is just taking somebody's word for, the actions that they do or the stocks that they pick. Make up your own mind. I can sit up here all day and talk about how good I like Tesla and how good Nike is and the reason why I bought it. And like, you can read off of my excitement and other YouTubers' excitement, or people on the news that can, make something look so grand. But only my strategy, fits why I bought the stock. And you guys out there as investors, you never follow behind anybody. Me, I get on here, I talk about the excitement of why I bought a stock and sharing it with you guys. And I like to connect via comments with other people on YouTube, that watch my videos. Sometimes some good ideas might come by, as far as a strategy, and I might take a look at it, but I don't take anything on just face value. And it's not no knock against anybody else, but being honest with folks that are taking the time to look at these videos. Have your own investment strategy. Know why you picked the stock, not why somebody else picked the stock. And the reason why somebody else picked the stock is no reason why you should pick it. Stick with stocks. Stick with things you can understand. You can explain to somebody else why you made the investment. There's a lot of things. Everybody's road, financial road to freedom or whatever, is not everybody else's. I just want to talk a little bit about the situation with keeping your mind right, keeping focused, because you can get distracted in this type of market very quickly. You could hear a name and be like, "Oh man, I didn't know they had a stock," or "Man, that I should have thought about investing in that company." But sometimes, Just do some research before you make that decision. But guys, man, I just want to talk a little bit about it. I mean, the market's flat. Wasn't really any type of news, but you know, balancing your portfolio. Make sure all your securities are doing what you want them to do, and they're where you at, where you figured they would be at when you invested in them some time back. Always it doesn't hurt to take a look at what you're doing and see where your progress is thus far since making a trade to get a stock. You know, time, give it time. You got to pace yourself. 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the line, trust me, it will pay off. Buying the stock and holding it, having a plan, sticking to your watch list, paying attention to what's going on, in the market, and listening to talking heads, but not hearing everything they say. Because the bottom line is this: in the market, nobody knows what the future is. I don't know. Nobody on YouTube knows. These analysts don't know. Everything is what? Speculative. If you pay attention when you watch these shows on NBC, CNBC, and these stock market shows, they give certain words to try to let you know that they don't know any more than you. It's speculative, speculated. It's a guess, or they'll use other words like, well, at the current rate that the market's going, we predict. You know what I'm saying? Predict. Before knowing, they come up with a decision. So it's just one of those things where if somebody wants to invest in Bitcoin, if somebody wants to invest in Coinbase, if somebody wants to invest in HP, Xerox, any type of these stocks, they have a plan for it. And it's not my job or anybody else's job to tell them if they're wrong or not, or to say, oh well, you don't need to invest in that. You need to invest in this. Look at what's his name, Ryan Cohen. A lot of people blindly followed him. That man's plan was his plan, and a lot of people got stuck out there in the wind following some millionaire that don't even know they exist. So guys, you just want to be careful. When dealing with these with the stock. Do your own research. You'll be fine. Put in the effort. I mean, learn how to read business statements and things like that. You'll make out fine. And even if you don't want to do read business statements and stuff, just understand what the basic terminology is when you're looking at a stock. Don't invest in something you don't know what a P ratio is, or annual dividend, or earnings per share. Like, you don't know what those things are. I mean, don't invest in something you don't even know how that works. But yeah, just a little lighthearted talk today. And I appreciate you guys, as usual, spending the time with me. As usual, comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.